It's clownish, stupid.
A breakthrough in political science reveals what a two-faced politician actually looks like.
Comrades, there will not be an illegal immigration in South Africa. There won't be a person without documents.
What do we do with these people who have their children here? After chasing those people, who's going to support these children? Because we are related, not by rhetoric. Literally, we are related. Many people spend many weekends in Lesotho going to weddings, Botswana, Mozambique, Zimbabwe. The same thing with Zimbabweans coming this side and all of that. We have children together. We've got businesses together. We've gone to school now together. And then how are we going to hate these people and claim that we love their children? A man from Ghana was beaten in front of cameras. Till to date, we're not told who got arrested for that. But Duduzile Zuma is in court for writing on Twitter, "We see you." That's her charge. That's what she's been charged for. To see that because the Zuma uprising that happened in July was not state-sponsored, there is an action against the people who participated there, including the so-called Ngizwe, who got arrested for incitement for that July 26. Today, we've got people who are announcing before, not the people who are speaking after. They say, on the 30th of this, there's going to be hate. All of you must leave, and nothing happens. It's because we agree with it. There is something in law we can use to stop the spreading of that hate. We don't want undocumented people in South Africa. How can we say South Africans must get IDs and then welcome people who are not undocumented?
And I want to challenge you. You say Zimbabweans take your job, Nigerians take your jobs, and you march and close shops and beat up people. Tell us, after doing that, how many jobs have you created? By beating up these Nigerians, by beating up these Ghanaians, by beating up these Zimbabweans, loading them. If you load them, I have not seen anyone being loaded. No one. And you say they take jobs from you. You have beat them up, you have taken them out of the country. How many jobs have you created after that? Because the battle should be about jobs. You beat people because they took your jobs. They run away. You close a shop that hires 5 people and say they take our jobs. After closing that jobs, how many jobs have you created? Unskilled men with no skill, none whatsoever, say somebody took their job. The only skill they know is to drink intelligence, impesu, and all of that nonsense, and want to pretend like they are revolutionary as it were. I don't want your vote if you behave like that. Take them away. If the MK wants it, give it to them. I don't want the votes that say to me, I must hate Africans for you to vote for me. I'll never do that. That I must go take an African child out of school, proud elderly person, pushing a child, an African child that looks like you. I must go to a school and push a child that looks like Opano. My child, I said, get out of school. The same way apartheid did, and push Lindiwe Zulu out of school, Lindiwe Zulu out of school, and saying, you are not worthy of education. I must repeat that. I must do that. I will never do that. You can take your votes. Let me die with my conscience very clear. I will never refuse a pregnant woman of African descent to give birth in the kingdoms of South Africa. Never will I.
They must go and fight for their battle in Zimbabwe and win. If they've got ground and they are formed on the basis of solid ground in Zim, why are they speaking in Santen and not Mashonaland or Matabeleland?
Because Ghanaians are gone now, 300 of them. How many 300 of jobs were created after the Ghanaians have left? So it's just a myth, it's a lie, which they are using to further divide us, to perpetuate
colonial divisions that were created in the past. And you say, no, I hate colonialism. I was a student in Feast Must Fall. We must decolonize education. We must decolonize this, must decolonize that. But the borders must remain. The borders are actually the most practical thing that was brought about by colonialism. And you can't say you are against colonialism, but you support the borders. It's never consistent like that. The Ghana response was not necessary because it now creates an impression that we are all like that, when it is a certain section of our society that needs to be contained by law enforcement. And one Ghanaian lady was saying, you see, the problem is, and I wouldn't have taken this option. The problem is we're being beaten in front of the police and the police are not doing anything. That's the problem. And when this opportunity came for me to leave, I left, because if the police can't defend me, it means the state is in agreement with the people who are beating me. So we think it was too quick. We'll still resolve this. And President of Ghana should have given us, some time to really deal with this matter, and we'll get to the bottom of it. We hope they will come back to their senses. We don't have to respond the same way they did. We need to pursue the diplomatic engagements with Ghana until we find one another. We don't think Ghana responded in a manner that really reinforces dialogue and diplomatic engagement.
The most dangerous crimes today are committed by the so-called foreigners, because those people are dead already. I mean, you cross a river with crocodiles, and then you come to another country, you are still alive. That's a bonus. It's equal as being dead. There's nothing more to fear. If you look at that attitude, you're like, but this attitude is inspired by the fact that this person died long before, when he decided to get into a river with crocodiles to cross to the other side. You can't tell them anything. So that's what hungry, empty stomach breed.
It's clownish, stupid. There is no xenophobia in South Africa. It's just a group of charlatans, extortionists, disruptors, corrupt individuals who want to extort the foreign nationals.
But is that not xenophobia targeting African foreign nationals?
That's why it's not xenophobia. It's gangsterism. It's sponsored by government. The government is fully involved to distract our people from major issues. How can an ordinary person manhandle a man in front of the police? Because it's a crime on its own. Let's go and check the cases of rape. Who raped South African women? South African men. Who beats up South African children? South African men. Majority of the prisoners there is not Zimbabwe, it's not Ghana, it's not Nigeria. It's not DRC. It's South African men. So when you say they are committing crime, why are they not in jail? Because they are not committing any crime. But they become an easy target.
And you've said